Since they already here, fuck what I like. I don't care. I don't have to be comfortable. I don't have to be smiling, right? But I gotta tell y'all. Somebody popped the question in. So, oracles and empaths, get your downloads. Tell it to the public what you're seeing in relation to the situation. Tarot carders on your platform, do a free Larry Hoover reading. Find out what the universe got to say about it. Formulate the question how you think it need to be formulated, because you're going to get the most accurate answers. When you put your own magic into it, you make it as strong as it can be. So the empaths and the oracles' job is to check the information with spirit. That information that I'm dropping, check me out. Check Larry out. Check out Chief Malik Angel Bay. Check out Big Tukey. Pull cards on all of them. See what they doing. See what the universe want them to be doing. See if they're the ones you need to be aligning with. It's going to tell you the exact same shit I'm telling you. Whether you pull it in the cards, whether you flip it in the motherfucking I Chings, whether you do it with the motherfucking sticks, whether you do it with the entrail reading, whether you do it with what you call the cold empath dry reads, it doesn't matter. They're going to tell you the same thing. This motherfucker right here, right? Larry Hoover, Angel Bay, and Big Tukey, the three kings that need to be on the land, they're going to tell you. Don't believe me. Use yourself as first frame of reference, and your emotions is your navigation system. Tap into the energy frequency of the universe and then ask the question. Let it sit, and the answer going to occur to you. That means the universe finally told, when you're waiting on the answer to occur to you, the universe is finding how will you receive the information best to let you know that you're accurate before it gives it to you, because you cannot lie to yourself. So your higher self that's tied directly to source is going to put the information in a certain way to put it back to you, where you know for your own self, where nobody don't got to tell you shit. I ain't got to tell it to you. Them preacher ain't got to tell it to you. The imam ain't. The rabbi don't. You already know. Especially the empaths, especially the tarot readers, check this shit out. Do full tarot spreads on your platform the same way you want celebrities to be called. If you ain't supporting Larry Hoover, we finna stop buying your records. When they start getting 200-300 of them motherfuckers a day, they gonna know I can't run from this no more. There's no way I can stay silent and then continue to survive at the level of luxury I'm at if these people stop supporting my industry, my product, my labors of my soul, my passions. If they stop buying my records, they stop buying my books, they stop watching my movies because I don't support the indigenous people of the land by screaming free Larry Hoover, I'm going to have to do something. I got to figure it out. Let me go talk to my A&R guy. Let me go talk to my manager, my business manager, my accountant, my tax consultant. Let me talk to my mama, my grandmama. But them motherfuckers going to have to use their platforms when the people demand it to push the agenda. Period. So when y'all understand what's taking place, I'm telling y'all who the three kings that's rightfully heirs to the land. These are the ones Big Mama want walking the land as free man, claiming they shit so that they can put Big Mama back on her fucking throne. And until that happen, the weather is just going to deteriorate. Motherfuckers going to start dying from weather invasion. Hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, motherfucking tidal waves, tsunamis, hailstorms, sleet. It's going to happen everywhere. There's no escaping this shit. This is a universal and galactic dictate that this takes place. It's only up to the people now, right? It's the people's responsibility to decide to choose freedom over slavery. It is the people's responsibility to find those pushing the liberation and freedom agenda to their freedom to get the message out and support that message. You have to be clear on who you are and what you're capable of before you can even know who you are and what you're capable of. You're going to always be second guessing yourself if you don't take some form of action. Everybody that be watching me that understand what I'm saying need to be doing the same goddamn lives right after me. Tell it from your angle how you see it. Don't tell it how I see it. You can use what I see to help you see better from your angle. And the more angles we hit this shit, right, that's the more angels we inject into this shit. And all of the angels is solar oriented because they come in on angles of light. That means when they solar oriented, they soul oriented, and we are the soul people of the earth. We are the salt of the earth, the seasoning, the shit that make this motherfucker say oola oola ah. That's why we here, right? To uplift each other, raise the frequency of each other, and when that happen, we pop they motherfucking badussi. Just like that. We gotta overrun. Yep. Goddess Makita, the waters are coming soon. Empath, yes. And so, all of this is instrumental. There's nobody that's not valuable or needed. Everybody, every child. Ask your baby, your 7-year-old, let him listen to the video, record what the baby say. The baby gonna tell you something. I don't know what he gonna tell you, but he gonna tell you something more closely tied to the truth than a brainwashed, grown ass, go along to get along, bootlicking, tap dancing, brown nose, slave minded motherfucker. The babies ain't corrupted yet. So they only know to tell you the truth. So when the baby's telling it to you the same way I'm telling it to you, y'all need to listen. They ain't been lied to thoroughly enough yet for them not to see the problem. And not to see the ones who see the problem and speaking the truth. Put your baby by the screen and see how they react. Watch the expressions on their face when they know that the truth being spoken. Fuck these grown motherfuckers. Right? Especially the sisters. You don't have time to raise a 35-year-old, 6-year-old. You don't have time to raise one. It's too late for that now. He gonna either have to man up or bitch out. Them is only two options. You can't sit there and nurse this motherfucker insecurities when he know he's supposed to be standing up and he asking all these coward questions. Well, what if I do this? And what if I don't do that? Man, fuck what you talking about. You either gonna stand the fuck up or you ain't. Quit trying to negotiate whether you stand up or not. It's non-negotiable. It's only two positions in this shit. The right side and the wrong side. I'm choosing the right side. I'm choosing the right side. Big Mama said always choose the right side. Mama said if you do what's right, God gonna take care of the rest. So do what you already know is right. Tell the truth, shame the devil, and run these motherfuckers out of here with the truth. Yeah, all of the books is way more in depth than the movies. The movies are watered down versions of the books, unless they was straight from a script. Yeah, I'm in Michigan too, man. I was asleep. I was resting because I don't really sleep, but I was resting last night, and I don't know if it was in the astral or in the physical, but I heard the loudest bang I ever heard. It sounded like the earth had ran into a brick wall. That's a sign right there on the highest levels, because that shit was so fucking loud, I damn near stood up. Never heard nothing that loud. Each one teach one. We all might reach some. I'm telling y'all what to do. Do a free Larry Hoover live on your shit. Go live on your page. If it's 3 minutes long, if it's 60 seconds. If you don't know what to say, say, I don't know what to say, but I know from the standpoint of the people of the land, we need to get Larry Hoover free. You ain't got to say nothing else. Post that shit and tell everybody and all of y'all say the same thing, post the same thing, because this is how we reclaiming our shit. This our shit. We ain't taking nothing from nobody. They took it from us, right? We didn't take anything from anybody. They took it from us. We didn't swear to be anybody's enemy, but they swore to be our enemy. We didn't swear none of them blood oaths. They swore all of those blood oaths to steal what was ours by keeping us deluded as to who we were. It's up to us. It ain't up to them. They don't have no control over us unless we surrender control. I ain't surrendering shit. I ain't stopping. I ain't backing down, and I ain't shutting the fuck up. We need to see 3 kings on the land. Period. Yeah, it's principalities in this shit, says Big Worm. It's principalities. We finna bust they principalities in their principal head. Right? And what's the principle? The principle is the thing in which the debt is predicated upon. Because without the principle, you don't have a debt. Yep. Y'all are doing all of the weather reporting. I'm telling y'all, this shit is a wrap. Mother Earth gonna shit. I don't have to do nothing but tell y'all. And the more I tell y'all and the more people click, the more Mother Nature wake up. And the more Mother Nature wake up, we don't see these 3 kings, the more she's gonna raise hell. That's all. That's all. Big Mama don't play. Right? Big Mama don't play. She tell her boys to go get something. Y'all keep underestimating these country boys. Y'all must don't know all of the game in the hood came from the South. Everybody that you know that called themselves a master in the streets is using the game that came from the South. We used to send people to New Orleans to learn how to function in every major city around the land. New Orleans was a training ground for the game that we call street game. We call it living off the fat of the land and learning how to use the land without hurting the people. That's what we called it, right? Living off the fat of the land, you ain't supposed to hurt the people. So these motherfuckers is charging y'all money for shit, they lying to you. They just trying to get rich. I'm not charging nobody for nothing. I'm just gonna tell this shit. The rest of it gonna sort it out, because I know this. This is why I don't charge. When we get our shit back, Big Mama open the vault, right? And she's only gonna open it at a National Oshun celebration. The return of the Sweetwater celebration from coast to fucking coast mean that we got rid of the goddamn devil. They gone. But you ain't getting that shit while we warlocked. We locked in war. We been in war the whole time. We never surrendered. We never backed down. We tried to negotiate peace, and they violated every treaty to negotiate peace. They don't want peace with us. They want us to bow down, be submissive, subservient slaves to their system of oppression, subjugation, child molestation, kidnapping, and rape. They want us to support this agenda of the bloodletting rituals of mass slaughterhouses. You don't slaughter anything in mass, period. Fish, birds, cattle, none of that shit. You only kill the animals to feed the family. And everybody's not supposed to be meat eaters. But everybody ain't supposed to be vegan either. When you get to your tribal cuisine, it's going to feel different to your body because it's going to automatically be soul food to you. And your soul food is the food that invigorates all of your genetic memory to kick in and tell you who you are and where you came from and why you like what you like. Right? And stop being so fucking judgmental you can see through shit. We all want to tell somebody else you don't know what he talking about. Fuck that nigga. They don't want to investigate. Right? So I tell the motherfucker, before you come fuck with me, make sure you go through my catalog thoroughly and look at the receipts. And you're going to understand I'm not just talking. Right? So when I did the Fuck your Deen video, right? The video prior to that was an Islamic related discussion because the Moors had came at me. They dropped the Moorish science assault and they came at me with a straight Islamic assault. So I addressed that shit. I addressed it because I had to address it because I had to put it in the public domain for the people to see that some bullshit don't got nothing to do with us. Right? So we don't care if Muslims come over here and practice their religion as long as they don't try to force it on the Christians. We don't care if the Christians practice their religion as long as they don't force it on the Jews. We don't care if the Jews, Christians, and Muslims practice their religion, but now that they're trying to force it down the throat of the people of the land, we got a problem. Now we got to bust that shit in the Badussi. We have to dissect it, rip it open, and find out where it came from, who put it together, and what's its purpose. All religions is created in Rome. Your three monotheistic religions are Roman origin. They was written under the orders of Constantine in order to spread his rule around the world. And then when Rome allegedly fell, power was ceded into the hand of the Pope, which he had a triple crown to indicate political, military, and religious power. Right? So we know who it is doing the shit. We need to stop taking sides with some 1,400-year-old doctrine that has nothing to do with us. 2,000-year-old doctrine that has nothing to do with us, or a 4,000-year-old doctrine that has nothing to do with us. Because while they was over there in their feudal system warring clans, we was over here warring clans too. But the thing about us, we might fight among each other, but we promise you this, we'll burn this bitch down, get us pissed. Right, Pop? They already know. We know. It's been already put in the public domain that we know everything they did. So at some point, the ones of us gonna have an itch. It's not gonna be satisfied until we find at least 2 people to tell it to. Some of us itch is gonna be bigger because we got bigger platforms. So we're gonna be telling 100 here, 1,000 over there, 2,000 over there. I come on anybody platform and tell this shit. But if they come with that religious controversy, I'm busting that shit in the head without mercy, without motherfucking forgiveness, because they don't have no mercy and no forgiveness for all of this raping and pillaging they doing on our land to our people, our women and our children, especially the children, right? But if we ain't gonna stand the fuck up, somebody gonna stand up. I'm just trying to see who it's gonna be, because I'm not bagging down. I spearhead this shit to the motherfucking end of the earth, because they not staying here. Not if I have anything to say about it. The only way these motherfuckers will be able to win is if y'all disregard everything I goddamn say. Politics was created in Rome. They stole it from the discourses of Greece when they were trying to figure out how to run their own government, and Helen was their leader. They switched Helen into a man in Rome. That means they switched the gender of God in your face without telling you. Right? So once they switched the gender of God, now they told you that God was a man and the first motherfucker he created was a man named Adam. That is the atom of a lie that's about to turn into a nuclear holocaust for their ass and all of their lives. Because there's no possible way for a man to precede a woman unless that man got a womb. And if that man got a womb, he ain't us. So, I'm looking for the brother that was doing the live last night to message me back because he wanted me to come on there and talk about the Larry Hoover situation. And I'm going to politely ask him to invite those two brothers from last night, because I love the shit out of somebody that understood what I was talking about without me having to break it down to every fucking letter in the words that I'm using to make sure you understand what I'm saying. This shit is not easy. It's not easy because now at the same time I'm talking legalese, I got to talk colloquial language. At the same time that I'm talking political double speak, I have to translate that shit back into the colloquial language. And when I'm speaking about metaphysics, I have to convert all of these different languages. I have to try to figure out a way to expose it in a way that your brain can recognize what I'm saying clear enough for you to take action. I got a couple questions in here I'm about to check out. Everybody can be doing the same thing, Deadshot 44. I'm going over it in this video, giving clear instructions on what we could be doing. Right, but here go the thing. Okay, so she asks, would it be okay? Wouldn't it be right to have your own land, house, and all of those? Even if you buy a house right now, under the system that we under right now, you don't own no house you pay for. You can buy a $7 million house. You got to pay taxes on it every year. The taxes has nothing to do with the purchase of the house. If nobody buys the house, there's still taxes on the house. Who in the fuck getting the taxes? What are they doing with the money? Right? You never see it. They use allotments that they borrow against our principal. Right? They borrowing against our principal. Big Mama's bank. Banking on the fact that we'll never figure it out. And they creditors is believing they bullshit that we not gonna never figure out, that we didn't come on ships, that we was already here, that we've been doing business with Africans, we've been intermarrying with Africans, we've been intermarrying with Asians, we've been intermarrying with the pale nations of Europe. All of this shit old as dirt. Now they come in and try to make us think there's some new shit. And they introduced this racism shit. I don't understand what that shit is. You either human or you not. And they not. Unless they motherfuckers that sold us out, that look like us, that conjured them motherfuckers into this dimension. Because they didn't get here by accident or haphazardly. They were invited here by some motherfuckers who was disgruntled because they didn't like the fact that God was a woman. And since they didn't like the fact that God was a woman, they wanted to replace God and give her a penis. That's the craziest shit I ever heard. Okay, so somebody said they on Section 8. Use all of they shit that you can benefit from and don't do nothing they could benefit from. If you got a credit card, go out and prepare for the blackout, because we're going to have about a week of Tribunal TV to watch with nothing else to watch, because all streaming systems will be shut the fuck down, to make sure y'all understand what's going on and who was behind it and all of the dirty players that confessed. Some of them didn't and went to the gallows with overwhelming evidence. You will see their trials. All that shit got to be made known. They all the ones that confessed. Yeah, some of them on tape doing the dirt, denying that that's them. Right? It's okay. Ain't nobody escaping Big Mama. Big Mama and Mama is orchestrating this shit be from the other side of the crossroads. And we already cleaned that shit up. We just waiting on the people to be aware that when you tune in to yourself, you're going to automatically click with your tribal clan mind. Your tribe is going to flip you signs, but you have to be aware enough of yourself to be able to see them.